Hello, friends. What's up? What's up? What's up? I do have a couple behind the scene things. I'm still cleaning up before we get to our first Incendia match of the year, which is exciting. You know, I'm actually officially a content creator for this Incendia squad. So with that, yeah, maybe we get some Incendia themes going on here with the overlays, and hopefully we'll get an interview afterwards as well. Yeah, Master Division is back. And from what we can tell from these other two matches, it looks like we're in a full loser pick, emulating OWCS as far as pick and bans are concerned with heroes and maps. So this is a really good sign. This is really, really good. First to ask, what's my prediction for Incendia versus Eclissi? I'm gonna have to give Incendia the edge here, I'm afraid, Vista. You've got some very experienced competitors you're going up against today. Definitely got a strong squad, no doubt there. You definitely got a strong squad. I would say I'll give it, I think you'll at least take a map, if not two, but I'm still gonna have to give Incendia the edge. What? Wait a minute. That's Vista, you're twisting my words. I do believe in you. Oh, you're twisting my words. Damn, now I feel bad. I believe in you. I believe that you can prove me wrong. Vista, I believe that you can prove me wrong. Hey, I'm expecting a 5-map banger either way. All right? I believe in you, Vista. You can do this. I'm just saying, like, there's a lot of experience over here, okay? Okay? I'm not going to feed you bullshit. Trash Panda, thanks for the confirmation. We did get just kind of a link to a post talking about that we are going to be emulating OWCS hero band. So we did get confirmation on that. Awesome. I appreciate that. Oh, hey, check it out. Our first look at this. Okay, so it will, you might see it listed as Everfrost. Everfrost has recently been acquired by the Lunanera organization. So we have their owner was here in chat. Or co-founder, excuse me. Co-founder of Lunanera here in chat, Monospry, is they just acquired this Everfrost roster. And I was talking about, big name up-and-comers. Nevs has definitely been on that list. I saw recently go out of, who are the next big names coming out of EMEA, and Nevs was very high on that list as well. When there was literally just this picture for a team known as Dan's Danglers. That's what we had. And man, did they ever evolve. Okay, can we tell who banned what? Oh, we can. We can tell who banned what. Beautiful. Okay, so Nepal, our first map pick here. And we're going to get the ball ban out of Eclissi. And we'll get the venture ban out of Incendia. Let me get that plugged in for you. This Incendia squad, I mean, grassroots, built from the ground up by a very passionate gamer, their owner and manager, Ocean. I mean, fought tooth and nail to get this roster into existence. And came in and found some of the most experienced players in all of EMEA Path to Pro. I'm finally starting to wrap my head around Hybrid as a tank player. I think it's taken a couple of years, but I've finally started to wrap my head around Hybrid as a tank player. But very veteran established squad here, repping the Incendia and the red jerseys. A little bit more of the newcomers here to EMEA Path to Pro on your left-hand side of your screen in Lunanera Eclissi. All right, let's get into Master Division, Season 4. I mean, it officially began an hour ago, but you know what? As far as this stream is concerned, it's kicking off right here, right now. Give me the Hazard Cup with the double speed and the Luno Juicio. The Luno Juicio? The Lucio Judo, rather. Obviously, we're getting the brawl with Cloud picking up the Torbjorn coming out of Incendia here right out of the gate. This should give a little bit more staying power here on this objective. Fred, yeah, I was about to say, he's playing off this deep flank, though. Trying to surround this point. Eclissi hoping to just keep Hybrid uncomfortable, keep him circling, no safe place to hide. But We did have DPS from Incendia manage to lock down Elephant on this left-hand side, create a bit of a safe space. Nevs is going to go into the back line, try to challenge this Torb. Oh, but that's exactly why we saw Torb come into the meta. So resilient against the fast burst damage of the Hazard. Cloud's able to stay alive, picking a kill on to Little Plume and Neofry. Both supports fall into the Torbjorn. Incendia grab first control. Boomstocks, thank you for the raid. Hey, I appreciate you, my friend. I hope you had a wonderful stream. I hope you had a good stream. We casted some FACEIT League today. Neofried with a huge sound barrier advantage here in this second fight. Very quick sound barrier build, but you know what? The turret ends up just being the death of him, the born nemesis of Neofried. Hybrid getting very aggressive here into the back line. Classic Kilama down. Cookie's overclock is already picked up. One sound barrier invested in here from Sobek. I'm not sure you needed the sound barrier on the end of that fight, but Neofried had invested theirs as well, so you're staying in sync and you go tit for tat as far as the beats. A lot of ults on both sides. It was a 2-to-1 investment from Incendia on that last fight. Vista with the dive through, finds Cloud immediately. Orbital Ray drops in over the top. Still is close. I believe it's a 3v3 left here. Yeah, Hybrid and Cookie are still on the outside. This is going to prompt the blade in from Fista. Whoops, that's not Fista Pop. There's some Fista Pop. Does find Sobek and Eclissi get control of the point. That was an orbital ray out of Cronus, and Incendia are trying to push back in. Cloud picks up one, but Fista takes down Cookie in the back. I think Cronus has failed as well. No, Cronus is still here. Okay, so both supports are still here alongside Hybrid. Flaticue throws in the overclock. Oh, and just forcing Incendia back. Hybrid's going to have to run all the way towards the Mega. Cannot get it picked up. Vista intercepts. Flaticue comes up with two. Luno, Juicio, Sojourn, Hazorn, and of course, Genji. Well played. Well played. Cookie coming up on an OC. And, I mean, we're coming up on tied percentage here. Okay, currently 69 apiece. Nice. Incendia looking for an early cap. We're going to get that overclock in out of Cookie. Cookie's already found Little Plume, but Sobek has fell as well. Flyq gets up to the top and just takes that up close and personal duel. It ends up being a slugfest. Flyq comes out on top, and it's going to be Eclissi holding on through this very important fight. The Nevs JQ swap. Able to stay a lot brawly here in the thick of things. 93% on the board. No ultimates for Incendia to work with. We are going to get a touch out of Cloud. That will initiate the OT. Hybrid moves back onto this point. Opens up with some good shots out of the staff into Nevs. Nevs still hasn't quite caught up on healing, but I'm not seeing a whole lot of pressure else come through. Cookie played on this outside. I think needs to land something, needs to land it sooner rather than later. Oh, but Fista sneaks in on the flank. Finds the kill. Hybrid dropping in the annihilation. We got a sound barrier on the board from Sobek as well. This has converted into a pair of kills, but an orbital ray on this point in from Eclissi might keep the rest of the team nice and resilient. Flaticue with an overclock to counter punch back. Has already picked up a kill on a Hybrid. The air shot takes Cronus down. Eclissi grab round one in an exciting back and forth. My goodness. Flaticue with a exceptional opening round there on Village. Or Shrine, rather. Now looking to control this long hallway. Sobek. How does Sobek get that one? Guess a little Lucio duel on the point goes in Sobek's favor. Meanwhile, let's cut back in on our Sojas. On our Sojards. First cap goes to Incendia just based on that one early pick onto the Lucio. Still a bit of a battle here for the bridge. Flaticue does eventually find the kill. Hybrid looking to hold that down, but Nevs just moves on to the point and clean up there. Fista and Neo Fried will get that cap. Through here. Incendia speed ring all the way across the bridge. Oh, but Cookie drops. It was a great counter dive there in the back end. Vista and Nevs put some pressure on the back line. Fine Cookie. Now Incendia are kind of stuck here on Coast side. I mean, they're bunkered up pretty nicely. It'd be difficult. I say that. Vista's going to try to go in anyway. Woo! He's able to dash out. Flaticue dropped the overclock. I mean, everybody's just fishing a barrel here, but Flaticue jumps into the barrel. Turns out it's full of piranhas, and it's a messy fight here on this little outside area of Nepal. Talk about some tiny Overwatch. Flaticue goes down immediately. Hybrid's going to drop the Annihilation. All attention turned on to Nevs. Cookie comes up with 3 in the fight, and it's a nice, clean one there out of Incendia. Flawless, as a matter of fact, investing just the one ultimate. Which is good, because they spent their sound barrier early. Oh, Cookie! What a sneaky maneuver! Oh, what is this, Assassin's Creed? Jumping up on the rooftops? Lorenzo Dub, thanks for the follow. Appreciate you being here. Appreciate everybody being here. That's going to be an overclock out of Cookie here right at the beginning of the fight. Orbital Ray tossed in from Little Plume. But Nevs still goes down. Cookie picks up 2 as a matter of fact. Now a +2. Fista low. Yeah, no point in trying to pull off the blade off that one. And this should just be one more defense out of Incendia, and they'll send us on over to Village. Neofried still holding on to this sound barrier. In fact, we've got a beat blade combo to work with. Looks like Fista might try to push in through the left-hand side. Oh, yeah. Neofried's going to go with. There's the empty inside. Rampage thrown in. Fista's going to pull off the blade. No beat necessary. Immediately dashes through 3, 4. Beautiful blade. Woo. That was spectacular. Coming back with style. Eclissi are right back in this thing. Emoto Gibber? I'm sure I got that wrong. I appreciate the follow, though. No ults online here for Incendians. They just need one more fight win to take the sub-map. And that's going to be a speed down onto Hybrid. Hybrid once again pushes the outside, picks up the Mega. Flaticue throws in the overclock, trying to protect this bridge, but Hybrid sticks the shield right in their face. Still a couple of big rail shots land, enough to put Hybrid back into spawn. But Sobek has continued to wreak havoc, picking up yet 2 more, 3 more picks. Rocking the jazzy skin. We get the jazzy sounds of Sobek here on the point. Incendia dangerously close. Ooh, Fista split second late on the touch. We're headed to Village. All right, Nev's out of the Junker Queen. Swapped off the Hazard into the JQ, back on Shrine, and ended up working out well. But stuck with the JQ through the Sanctum. Decides to go back into the Hazard. Little Plume with an opening pick on Necrotas. That could just be first pick right there. Hybrid is still low on health. I will say, Eclissi kind of stuck in this room for now, despite being up a player. It's buying time for Cronus to get back into this fight. Hybrid is going to go ahead and continue to press the issue, but Fista has moved into the back line to find Cloud. Hybrid dies to trade out with Little Plume. And Eclissi do come out on top in this fight. Although just barely, as far as Nevs is concerned, at least. Going into kitchen. Flatacube put in a lot of damage in that opening fight. Has this high ground here as Incendia makes the rotation towards far side. But it's Cookie who finds the opening kill, finds the angle. Good shot on a Neophyte. Now look at that aggressive position. Yeah, while the entire rest of the team pushed left, Cookie held down this off angle on the right-hand side. Beautiful crossfire created, and Cookie comes up with a monstrous team fight. There you go, cap for Incendia. HAX, thank you for the follow. Little Plume with a massive advantage as far as ult's concerned, considering Cronus was the first to fall here on this sub-map. That allowed Little Plume to continue to heal through that opening fight and build up a, 35, nearly 40% lead here on this orbital ray. Oh, but Cookie fights Neo. That's exactly what Incendia needed. This will give time for the rest of the team to catch up in those ultimates. Still, Eclissi are going to try to press this 4v5. If they can get one of these ults up. But not in time. Nevs goes down before the OC is ready. And then Incendia will tie us up a percentage. Flight move, they're out of Cloud simultaneously. Overclock pushed in here from Incendia, but, you know, the orbital array is good. Well played there out of Little Plume. Ooh, that was a full link annihilation. Hybrid was hiding in the back line. Sound barrier in from Sobek. I didn't see if Hybrid got it or not. Still seems like they're scrambling a little bit out here. In fact, double support ults invested from Incendia, and they don't seem to have a distinct advantage. Now it's kind of getting leveraged as Hybrid has just been caged. Cronus moves in to find Flatacube. What an unusual fight. Now the two tanks just come mano a mano on this point. Reinforcements showing up from both sides, though. Vista dashes throw, pulls out the katana, got boot back, and Cloud shuts it down. Cloud is having none of your nonsense. The wrench is mightier than the blade? I don't know. Apparently music is stronger than all, though, as Sobek comes up with yet another pick in this one. And it's the Gong of Death. Incendia ringing it out loud here in Village. Sobek in particular, keeping those jazzy sounds max volume. By eye test, I feel like Sobek has just been an absolutely bloodthirsty Lucio here in this opening map. Anxious to see the stats. Overclock versus Molten Core. Flatacube playing in out of main. An opening pick here would be, ideal. So somebody's got to get on the point. Woo! Nevs just barely touches in time. Flatacube, your time's up. You got to make a move. The OC is popped. In a duel with Cloud and wins it out this time with a little help from Little Plume. But Cookie's still alive and well on this point. Nobody's... Ooh, there was barely a touch there at the end. Cookie takes Fista down, just trying to keep the yellow bar going. Flatacube, the next on the chopping block. And Incendia, hang on to take Nepal. It's a 1-0 lead to start their Season 4 here in FACEIT League Master Division. Take a look at some stats there from that first map. That's what I thought. Sobek had 35 elims. Compared to Neofried's 17. Sobek had twice as many elims. My goodness. Nearly 2,000 more damage dealt. Far less healing, I will say. I mean, you know, about 1,500, 1,600 less healing. Bloodthirsty Lucio. Cookie with a great round, 37 elims, leading the server in that regard. 16.5k damage for a hybrid. Leading damage, though, goes to Flatiq. Flatiq led the server in damage at over 17k. Okay, let's not sleep on this. Because I forget we have map bans and picks that we need to look at now. I can't linger on stats too long. We miss our map ban. I do like this system. It would not hurt my feelings to see just this implemented in Expert and below. Although I'm fine with... I've discussed that in my Expert matches. We don't need to go through all that again. I'm fine with the picks and bans at the top of the series for Expert, though. As long as the other things are worked out. Do it, Maddie. Food is good. Food is good. Let's see. Do we have any other matches around the lane we can check in on? SR peak check with the 3-0 over Yuri Mirai. Although, I mean, that one looked close. Yeah, that one feels damn close. Look at the team fight wins here. Obviously, Evil got DC'd. That sucks. Damn close. Oh my goodness. Look at the team fight wins from both sides. Like, just looking at the stats alone. 0 coming up with most damage in that one. In the lobby. It's kind of an XSJ versus 0 is what I'm seeing here. Yeah. Yeah, this is that. Woo! Evil at 18k? Woo! God. That was a close 3-0. That's the textbook definition of a close 3-0. Holy cow. Waspano do take the 3-1 over Kronos. Looks like D'Impero up 1-0. Now, that could just be a map score. No, they are on Suravasa. Okay, so D'Impero are up 1-0 in the series. Looks like TA are up 1-0 over Thunders. So, like, this is a map score, right? It shows 2-1 Incendia over Everfrost. That's just the map of Nepal. Looks like this 1-0 is accurate, though. Is a series score. As TA did take the 2-0 win there on Lijiang Tower. Yeah, Lauren Pepsium is such a good name. It's such a good name. Like, all your graphic designers out there are going, okay, well played, well played. I said the first thing when Lauren Pepsium first followed, I said the exact same thing, Maddie. I was like, oh, that's a great name. Peps Ipsum? I guess it'd be Lord Peps Ipsum. I was trying to combine them into Pepsium or something. But yeah, I guess it's Peps Ipsum. All right. So we do get the Route 66 pick in. Let's go do some things. Incendia will be in the blue jerseys here for our second map, starting us off on the defense for their for Route 66. This is an Eclissi map pick. As far as hero bands, oh, now it doesn't tell me. It told me in the first map. Wait. Oh, it's down here. Oh, okay. I have to like. It has like all the heroes listed. Okay. Incendia banned Hazard. That's fine. Okay, so Incendia banned Hazard, which means Eclissi banned the Ana. All right, that's enough copyright-free music. We don't need you anymore. We're about to get into Route 66. This is not a map I've seen as often lately. Where do I want to stick my camera? All right, let's get into map 2. Kaiser Ketamine, hello, hello, welcome. Appreciate you being here. Okay, so we're back into the Juicio comp here for Incendia, but hybrid coming out in the Diva. With, you know, a lot more high ground here on Route 66 makes sense as opposed to Ramakra we saw in the far more ground game that is Nepal.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming.
Nevs with a similar concept is going to come out of the Winston. Ooh. We are getting a little plume on the carry here, though. All right, Flaticue is your damage leader on map 1, sticking with this Sojourn. Wanted that power position in that top left high ground, but does get forced down, I believe, by Nevs. And then, yeah, Cloud's already found an opening pick here. So first blood goes to the defensive Incendia. I did read it as a Pepsi. Decent bubble there out of Nevs, trying to deny some healing, put some pressure in onto Hybrid, but Sobek's able to just kind of loop around. Hybrid stays quite strong, dives into the back line, does separate him out from Nevs a little bit here. Ooh, and it's enough to get the pick. So Little Plume taken off of that healing duty just momentarily, and it's enough for Incendia to get on top in the damage. Hybrid comes through with a late staggers. Oh, a couple of late staggers. And that's going to buy just even more time off this clock. And those kind of staggers really add up. You can, you know, if that happens in just like 2 team fights, you could really rob an attacking team of an additional team fight from having to stand around and wait on respawns for a couple times. Sound barrier late to save Nevs. Orbital Ray thrown in here from Cronus. And Incendia continuing to just surge forward. Cookie's on top of the world here and making sure nobody else climbs onto their mountain. Vesta comes out on the Venture, which, this was their band. This was the Eclissi band in that one. Memory serves. Overclock. Cookie drops down off of their high ground position to try to find a better angle. Oh, Neofront just kind of hung in that position just a split second too long, and Cookie lines up the headshot. Flaticue finally getting themselves involved in that kill feed as well. Have built up an ultimate of their own with that kill on the Cloud. It looks like Incendia are starting to disengage a little bit. Well, maybe it was just Cookie who disengaged. Nez desperately trying to swing it. Cookie up on that high ground. Neofried and Fist to actually make it up there. First fight win here for Eclissi. And a very molten core, says Cloud, as they were back onto this point. Hybrid immediately finds Nevs with that Nemesis form. I mean, God, Nevs just vanished off this point. A very swift retake out of Incendia. They knew exactly how they wanted to execute that. I mean, just rocket speed in with that molten core. Flaticue trying to bring it back here. Has an overclock and already got to pick on the Sobek. Slides in, finds the other support. Ooh, that was a nice little headshot. Catching Cookie on the corner. Cookie's literally at 1 health. Nevs is able to find him. Reset out of the defense. 2 on cart to push it home. And there's the point on the board. The Cookie swap is a little interesting. Obviously, well, I don't feel like the cast has the same range as the Soj, but Cookie is able to deal with that Venture a little bit more swiftly. That high burst damage, Fista didn't stand a chance. Now Incendia coming to get aggressive once again. This Hybrid, with that Ramatra swap a couple of team fights ago, was able to just stand tall here in this choke. Has been traded back out the other direction. Fista's going to throw in an excavation. Tectonic Shock, I believe is the technical name of that ultimate. Cronus with an orbital ray in response. Incendia going all the way to Big Earls. Oh, almost landed that Cheeto across the way to Little Plume. Little Plume's eyes, life flashed before their eyes there. Sound barrier investment out of both of our teams. Nev still has Rampage in the pocket. Doesn't land the knife, but lands the Carnage Axe. Hoping to finish off. Oh! Cloud does go down from the Rampage. Annihilation out to try to hold Hybrid through the purple of that. The anti-heal fades, and Hybrid starting to get top back up. Nev's dancing along the tendrils of this Annihilation, hoping to find a squishy target. Unfortunately, well, actually, fortunately here for Eclissi, they are able to find Cronus and eventually Hybrid. Cookie claps back a little bit. You do still have Cloud alive and well here on the back end. Yeah, with Route 66, you can get 3 fights with a close hold. Cloud wishing everybody a merry molten core. Nevs picks up 1. Where's that at? Little Plume hanging out on the rooftop of the clubhouse. Goes the Kitsune Rush down towards Nevs. Nevs trying to hunt down Hybrid with this extra attack speed. Lands the axe, lands the knife, lands the melee. Hybrid running away in trouble. Flaticue with the OC. And it ends up being the cap on this point. Ah! Stupid camera. It's a poor camera operator that blames his camera. I'm just saying.
Nice work, team. Keep it moving.
Yeah, any map where you can set up to get 3 clean team fights, it's good to close hold. That's why you see it on circuit too. Nevs with a couple of good opening picks. I guess Fista got 1, Nevs got 1. Finding that trade not ideal. Hybrid, barely any life left. Yeah, just gets hunted down in that small room. Kind of got corralled. Maybe even gotten booped in there from Neofried. Yeah, Shambali and Havana are both good ones. Yeah, those, again, it's if you can get the 3rd team fight. It's all about that 3rd team fight. All of those maps, you can get the 3rd team fight. Orbital Ray thrown in on this right-hand side, coming in from Trock. Neofried does respond with the sound barrier, and we've got the Tectonic Shock invested from Fista as well. Gets a little bit of damage down onto Hybrid, and Sobek is purple by the Rampage and Nev. Sobek escapes up top. Nevs turns their attention onto Hybrid, who's down to 50 health, staying alive as Cronus is just pouring in the heals. Flaticue eventually throws in a railgun over the top, but now in a 3v4, Cookie picks up another one. No! Looks like the cookie just kills everyone. My God. Eclissi stops shy of their prize. This cookie comes up with a monstrous final fight. That's the Mars Colony logo, yeah? Eclissi sticking with the same comp headed in on their defense.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Stop the payload.
Cronus is actually going to go ahead and pull out the Curie here as well. And then after starting on a Diva, I think making the scout read onto the Junker Queen, Hybrid swaps back into the Ramatra. So perhaps anticipating the Winston, you know, brought out the Diva, but is able to just go back and make that swap, and it's just going to be a corner fight here for both of our tanks. Cookie with a good shot finds Fista out of the gate, though, who's playing very aggressive low behind this side. The good opener for Incendia on this attack. They'll catch Nevs out. Oh, nice tracking to find that kill on a Little Plume as well. Cookie having a hell of a map here. That's how the cookie crumbles. You know what? Indeed. That's how the cookie crumbles your team. Platicue try to respond. You hear Cloud sitting on this angled side. Ooh, does get forced out, has to drop down. Fista in pursuit, actually goes back to the point. And, well, there's Cookie crumbling your team once again. 3-piece. That is plenty to pick up the point. Nearly 5 minutes on the clock here for Incendia as they make the way into point B. What an aggressive angle. I've never seen anybody hold up here. What a cool spot there out of Cloud. I mean, it just buys so much time. So, you know, you get some basic free cart progress. That's going to be a cookie overclock. Are trying to move in, see if they can complete the squeeze here on this Eclissi defense. Drops the Annihilation and runs in on the flank. Cloud just dropped those. Flaticue's already picked up one. Kitsune rush here from they invested from both sides, actually, throughout this fight. Cronus had the second one there. So sound barrier response. Defense still 5 strong as of right now. Flaticue with an overclock of their own. Cookie down. Defensive player advantage now. Cloud is under a lot of pressure up top. Has to drop back down. Does get the healing pushing forward. With the Molten Core to use if they can find the angle, but it's going to be difficult from down here. Oh, yeah, that's Neo fried right on your 6. Flaticue picks up 2. This defense holds. Oh, yes, that's the Interstellar logo behind, yeah. The Lijiang Tower logo. Yeah, good call. I was thinking it was HLC too, but I couldn't quite remember. Rotation here to the top of the gas station from the defense of Eclissi. Hybrid just flips the point, puts some pressure down on it, and Cloud throws the Molten Core here over the backside. Does make it difficult for Nevs. Not a whole lot of safe place to stand. Hybrid is now going to move in and see if they can clear off the top. Decided to turn their attention onto Fista, who has moved into a Torbjorn here in the past couple fights. Nevs goes on the rampage, picks up 2 with it. Cloud is low. Sobek is down. Hybrid escapes to the rooftop with just a sliver of health. Eclissi has done such a good job of just stopping Incendia in their tracks. 3 of that 5 minutes has already been eaten off the clock.
Feels like sunlight, huh? I'm with you.
Double support ult available here for this defense. Looks like the same strategy. Defense goes to the top of the garage. Incendia looking to flip the map. Hybrid try to grab control. It's going to be a flat EQ overclock to challenge Cookie's overclock from on top of the clubhouse. Hybrid has managed to get some point presence through this. Fista and Nevs forced to kind of push up. They're going to run right into Incendia rush. So this defense will respond with one of their own. Molten Core coming out from Fista. Incendia are kind of forced back. Have to keep the high ground for now. Less than a minute to go. No kills here in this exchange thus far. Vista is trying to split Incendia up here. A very aggressive move. Ooh, I think Incendia made the raid. Oh, I thought they were just going to full bore go in and try to attack Vista. They have to drop back down towards this point instead. Cloud's going to loop back up, see if they can clean off the second floor. Neither team really able to find an advantage. That sound barrier looming here from Neo Fried. Sobek has managed to work up towards one of their own. Dreamlight, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you being here. Sobek tries to push up into the inside. No! Little Plume gets him! No! Sobek, your team needed that sound barrier. Nevs is going to find Cloud. Neo Fried with the only music playing here for this defense out of Eclissi. Hybrid in the last-ditch attempt to try to get their mech back. Almost got the kill with that. Cookie hit by the rampage. Sobek returns to the sound barrier, and Incendia aren't quite done with this. Hybrid will get taken out of mech. Cookie picked up 1. Now the overclock is ready. With 48 health, they pop the ultimate. Sobek is going to take a kill on a fist, and the headshot lands. Oh, and Little Plume goes down as well. Incendia, talk about digging deep. That was insane. That looked done and dusted. Somehow, they find the will to push that one through. My goodness. Limit Suri, thank you for the follow. Lil Mitsuri, excuse me. Woo! I thought that was it. I thought we were headed to map 3 with a tied scoreline. Incendia had other plans. Sobek gets up to the sound barrier, but still dies first. Makes it back, able to get it out of time. Now we've got an early trade as Cookie and Fista both find themselves watching a respawn timer. Consumer Rush had been invested from both sides, but the defense is they're able to kind of corral Incendia back into this corner, pick up a couple kills along the way. 40 seconds remain. No ultimates currently online here for Incendia to work with. Last opportunity. They're to push through this map. I think it'll take 2 fights to make it happen, too. Early, Saber invested out of Eclissi. Molten Core thrown in from Fista gets immediately interrupted. Now Cloud has one of their own and the high ground to work with. Lands a headshot on the Little Plume, who has to use the Suzu just to keep themselves alive. Leaping up to the high ground, Flaticue tries to take the duel. Cloud is going to pop the Molten Core, try to throw it down and create some space here for Incendia to push forward. Nevs is low, very close to a Rampage, and Cookie finds the kill. Takes the Rampage off the battlefield at least for a moment. But with health bars looking very desperate here for Incendia. Oh, it could just take one return for this to all go south for him. Overclock thrown in out of the backline, out of Cookie, and Katsuna Rush thrown in from both of our teams. You're going to get Cloud moving into the inside while Hybrid is trying to hold down the objective. Nevs returns with the Rampage in hand. Annihilation pop. The Rampage is going to find three. Three purple. Can they get any of them? Sobek goes down. Cookie on the outside dies to the tick damage. Hybrid with an Annihilation on the point will get cut down, and that is going to be the map. Eclissi hang on in this final fight. My goodness, the closest map I think we have seen yet this season.
Play of the game.
I predicted a map 5 banger, and whew. If that map was anything to go by, like that is absolutely coming true. We are destined for a map 5. Look at Cookie. Cookie comes out with 19k damage, 115 damage shy of hitting 20k, 44 elims, leading the server in both of those metrics. Little Plume, fewest deaths in the lobby. That backline able to stay alive. Little Plume able to stay alive through these fights. Keep that sustain going. All right, we're headed into push here for map number 3. I did not catch what the pick was. I guess we'll figure it out soon enough. That was Incendia. I like it. I like it, Trash Panda. Yep, free Incendia logos for everybody. Well, for followers. Looks like, yeah, TA takes the 3-0 over EU Thunders. All right, that's the latest update. We got these 3 matches have completed. He's still ongoing. DMPro and Arius are tied at 1-1. Yeah, Arius took map 2. They're in their pick on Suravasa. But yeah, I'm telling you, this Master Division is gonna be so hard to predict. It's gonna be so hard to predict. I think we're in for one hell of a season, y'all. Yeah, one of these days here, sooner rather than later, I'm gonna get my my Discord set up. It was public back in the day. But yeah, that way we can start interacting on Discord. Start doing some cool things there. Because I'm sure y'all don't have enough Discord lobbies that you're not in enough Discord servers. Surely. Appreciate you being here. Gucci here as well. Look at all these legends. Nevs has 1 million fans, and I am one. If the world's against Nevs, I'm against the world. All right. We're heading into map 3. Locked at one apiece. Coincidence that Captain Parash shows up as we head to India? I think not. I think not. Who gets the Parashy buff? That's the question. Who gets the Parashy buff?
Ready for battle.
Oh, here, let's double check our bands. I didn't get our bands. Here, I can get that for you while y'all can look at the pretty map. Look at the pretty map. Okay, we had a Maga and a Kiri band. Who banned what? I have no idea who banned what. This is so hard to see. Incendia banned Maga. Okay. Alright. I'm gonna go fix those bands for you real quick. Boom. Alright, your band should be good. OW Yazid, thank you for the follow. Yazid, I'm not sure. Forgive me if I mispronounced that. I'm very curious how relegation's going to go. All right, early percentage here as Incendia just got the cap for free out of the gate. Oh, yeah, unless there was something that happened, like an early pick that happened while I was setting your bands. Seems like they will just sneak in free first cap coming in through main. Flaticue, though, finds that kill on the Cookie with this very powerful position up on this high ground. Oh. Cookie looking for some shot style range. Has a little bit of an opening on to Nevs, and Nevs is forced back. Try to find some safety. Good knife. Pulled Hybrid in. Some chonky damage. And here comes Neofried with the sound barrier. Try to finish this off. Nevs finds Cloud. Orbital Ray invested. Here from Incendia to try to strike back. Ooh, but Hybrid sees the beam from space come down in blue. And they just hightail it right on out of there. Going all the way up to the high ground. Woo! That falling damage on a Neofried was sick. Somehow Neofried gets out of there with a sliver. Nevs now just in a staring contest. Throws in the Rampage. It's going to find 3. Cookie dies mid overclock, and the sound barrier is late to save them. Still Incendia are able to push back on the point, and they have to. 99% here for Eclissi. Flaticue invests the overclock. Cloud goes down. Finds Hybrid through the mess. And a nice first point comes through here from Eclissi. Very, very favorable flashpoint spawn here as well. This will allow Eclissi just to set up in this straight. I mean, they're not even back up to the high ground. Aw, happy Diwali to all of you too. All right, the floor is lava. Eclissi grab first cap. Sobek and Cookie managed to pick up a couple kills through this chaos. I think a couple of the Eclissi players tried to push out through main. And Incendia looks like they just rotated back around to find those 2 isolated targets. Now shouts out from both squads. Flaticue takes a headshot, has to slide out, leaving Nevs alone on this point. Cookie will find that kill. Incendia should be able to flip this. Yeah. Eclissi not going to try to risk any more staggers just to stall the cap out. They're going to back out and regroup. Double support ults invested here out of Eclissi. Both teams just kind of run through each other to stay in their own orbital rays, but this does give Eclissi the positional advantage. Hybrid wants it back, goes on the rampage, takes down 2 with it. Lands the knife. Nevs is not getting out of that one in one piece. Flatacue coming back with an overclock. Oh, where do you find a chance to use it? I mean, that was torpedoes, shots from Cookie, Cheetos flying in their direction, everything pointed at Flatacue. Still, they survive. Backing up to the point, though, Flatacue will not get in time for the touch. Incendia tie us up here on Suravasa. That's going to be Cookie's overclock that we're hearing from this top angle. So we saw from the overhead that Incendia got the positional advantage on the point, the defender's advantage, and then Cookie rotates up the stairs to find that flank along the outside. Beautifully played to pick up a very strong off angle and a 3-piece along the way. This is his first cap for Incendia. I believe coaches are only allowed to communicate between maps, but I'm not 100 on that. Nev's rampage only hit Cookie. Cookie trying to get to the midi. Oh, doesn't make it. Neo fried, hunted you down. Oh, that's the worst. That's the worst feeling when you die and your body ragdolls over the health pack. That is the absolute worst. Much needed fight win here out of Eclissi. They'll get this flip. I think that was a flawless one as well. No casualties? No casualties. God, that was a lot. That was 8 ultimates, 7 ultimates thrown in all simultaneously. I think Hybrid's Rampage was actually the big difference maker through all of that. Flatacue didn't get much done with the overclock. Hybrid's still hanging out here. Now Cookie is down. Oh, okay, does get the kill. Just the tick damage from the Jagged Blade got it done. The headshot into Fista as well. And perhaps the most explosive fight of the entire series. Not much time left here for Eclissi to move on and get a touch. Nevs is there. We will get a yellow bar overtime fight. Cookie drops the overclock. Taking a couple shots up that stairwell. Nevs had no cover. Cookie's able to slide in aggressively to finish off what they started. And Incendia will take the 2-1. All right, we got what? Temple and Ruins left? We're headed to the other side of the map, one way or another. Can I unmod Panda? You know I got some juju. I can't do that. Unfortunately, Panda is amazing and, you know, the best mod ever. So, request denied, Prashin. Love your body. Request denied. Huge rampage thrown in from Nevs. Oh, but Hybrid responds. God. What an incredible catch of the aggression there. The Sobek sound barrier perfectly timed to keep Incendia on top through that fight. Yeah. Gifler God, that's called the bull skunk. That's called pulling a bull skunk. I can't tell you how many times I've died face first onto a health pack. Whoop! Cookie. Cookie, yeah, floor is lava. Floor is lava. I mean, to be fair, it was like both teams lava, so yeah, maybe thought it was their own. End up in a bit of trouble. Little Plim's going to throw in the orbital on this point. And this has been enough to wrestle control, particularly with that early pick onto Cookie. Flaticue holding this top coastal side with the overclock. Neophrite drops in the sound barrier, hits all 5. Flaticue's going to throw in an OC of their own. Cookie caught in the back line. Once again, trying one of those hyper-aggressive flanks. This time it doesn't work out. Cloud moves in, able to pick up 1, but Neo5 finds the return. Hybrid still alive and well on this point, but Incendia are running out of reinforcements. Instead of having an orbital work with coming in here, in fact, they'll have both support ults they could use to close out this fight. This is going to be a tall mountain for Eclissi to try to win this one back. The orbital already thrown in. So far, able to disengage from that, but Cookie found Fista on the aggressive approach, taking this high ground on top of the roof. Nevs comes in, throws down the Terra Surge, the only ultimate available with the shots from up on high. Cookie has the angle, and Incendia have control. A perfect final fight to close out Suravasa and move up to match point. Dunzati, thank you for the follow.
This ends now. Headshot. I warned you.
Some stats there for map number 3. I mean, it felt like Cookie had a great round. Stats are going to reflect it. God, I mean, Flaticue's still going neck and neck. Doesn't have the elims, but outpaced Cookie in damage. Hybrid, the real star of the show there in that map. Almost. I mean, Flaticue's still leading the server, but Hybrid was damn close. Less than 100 points away. And then leading the server in elims as well. It can also be BS in short, which fits. Exactly, Guilford God. Exactly. All right, no ban here. It's Coloseo or Esperanca, it looked like. So I'm guessing the losing team picks type and map. You're sniffing out an HA? We got an HA incoming? Is that what I'm hearing? D'Ampero up 2-1 in that match over Arius. Just double check that this is indeed a match score. Yes, they are in Route 66. Obviously, you're not going to have a 2-1 score line unless... Well, I mean, I guess you could have a 2-1 score line, but... You got a masterpiece on Quick Esports Twitter? I'm about to say, feel free to link that. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. All right, get your side swap here because they are going to the opposite sides. So we're going to get Incendia back in the blue jerseys here for Esperanca on map number 4. Let's see. Ball. Hey. I guess Ball banned out by the other team here. I'm guessing that had to be... That had to be a Eclissi ban, right? Oh, no, that wasn't Incendia ban. All right, so Wrecking Ball banned out by Incendia. The Torbjorn banned out by Eclissi. Let's get into map 4. Show me the pigeons. I know there's pigeons on this map somewhere. All right, both teams showing us the hazard. With the Torbjorn banned out, that makes sense. So the Torbjorn ban from Eclissi will allow them to kind of fearlessly move back into the hazard comp. We are getting the Lucio Juno here, as opposed to the Lucio Kiri, as we often saw in the hazard comp. But otherwise, we're back into the the Genji alongside the Soj. We are going to get that same composition for both sides. This has been the case for these two teams today. A long poke phase here in this first fight. Nevs thought they had a position well enough to try to move in onto Cloud, but unfortunately, I think they just left themselves vulnerable. Now Nevs is forced back out, which is giving a lot of space here for Incendia to kind of inch forward on this front corner. You see Cloud is able to move in on the bakery side here on the left and start playing off of this angle because of that move. Neophyte had to fall back and grab that high ground. Vista moves in to try to challenge. We're going to get a Genji duel inside the bakery. Cookie there makes it dishonorable. Says, no. That is a mismatch here in Incendia's favor. Now Nev's trying to respond, see if they can even the odds. Gets booped back there by Sobek. Is now sub 100 health. Ooh, the support's trying to keep him topped up. You see Little Plum just throwing in the heals from the distance, but Hybrid will chase you down. Grabs high ground in the same time. 2 birds, 1 stone. Double support ult available here for Eclissi. They're going to nade him. Cloud's going to pull off the blade, and Neophyte does in fact throw in that sound barrier. So Cloud played into the outside. Kronos investing an orbital raid through this, and the downpour is enormous. Hybrid caught 3 in that. All 3 were immediately deleted. Gargantuan ultimate there out of Hybrid. Rocket League is actually pretty technical. I cast Rocket League for a long while. Like this Scholastic season was the first year I hadn't cast Collegiate Rocket League in like 3 years. Fall 24. Anyway. High ground control here out of Incendia. With Cookie just set up here on the wall. Gonna shoot down. Ooh, jumps down and gets that wicked shot. That was beautiful. I'm a huge fan of Wrecking Ball, both playing and watching. Fisto with the blade out. Ooh, gets a bit dulled. Gets a bit dulled. Cloud is almost lapped, I believe, in the blade department. Much needed fight win comes in out of Eclissi. Incendia does grab a close choke on this. Oh, excuse me, does grab the checkpoint on this, so they'll get close spawns. Which I think is why we were seeing the rest of Incendia just kind of feed in there. Although they do end up losing those close spawns. So I think the effort was to try to maintain close spawns long enough for everybody to get it. Not quite sure. But because of those long spawns, Eclissi is able to get the bot up to where they can try to hold this top wall. Hybrid already can make it a move up there. Neofried with the boot, looking to reclaim it. Right now, both teams jockeying for position on this important high ground. Sound barriers available for both sides. Flaticue, who's been here damage later time and time again throughout this series, in with the overclock. We're going to get a downpour invested from Nevs as well. Doesn't quite catch the Lucio, and Hybrid moves up to the high ground with an orbital ray to back him up. Already found one support, and there's the other. Excuse me. Oh, there's both supports. I was just predicting the future here. Hybrid not making a liar out of me. This Hybrid has gotten 4 final blows. Make it 5. That's the ace for Hybrid. 5 final blows throughout that fight. And downpour to work with heading into this next one. Aggressive blitzkrieg maneuver. They're out of Incendia as they attack through Mega, dropping the overclock along the way. I think there was a potential for Hype to throw in downpour. Didn't even need it. Katana versus Carnage Axe. Who's going to win it out? Cloud's not alone. Brought friends to the party. Looks like some torpedoes will actually be the difference maker. Switch, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. Incendia positioned just right outside the spawn doors. Hybrid looking for another ambush play. Vista comes on the venture to see if they can stall the cart. Downpour thrown right over the spawn doors. Doesn't look to catch anything. Cookie does pick up a kill on the Neofried. And Incendia still have the +1 here. Vista trying to bring it back there in a duel on the inside. Nevs does finish off Cookie. So, and Incendia's hold has been broken, even though Hybrid is still alive and kicking. Alive and killing, should I say. Nevs is forced to just take the bot away to try to create a little breathing room. And Flaticue eventually finishes off Hybrid in the back line. So, finally, pressure release valve has been pressed. Eclissi with a lot of ground to make up here. And everybody from Incendia will get close spawns this time around. Ooh, high-value torpedoes thrown in over the top, hit everybody from both teams, it looked like, but still low health bars here out of Incendia as Nevs throws the Rampage to try to seal the deal. A beautiful Carnage finds Cloud and Sobek with the 2-piece. And it's just Corona's hiding out in the space beam. Nevs comes up with another big pick. Nevs gets 5. Let's go, Nevs. I was talking about at the top of the series that Nevs one of the hottest up-and-comers here in EMEA Path to Pro. That was a spectacular showing. Yaname, thank you for the follow. I really appreciate it. Really appreciate everybody being here. Thank you all so much for hanging out. Enjoying some awesome EMEA Master Division action here. We are going to get a touch from Hybrid to prevent the checkpoint from being picked up. Overclock out of the window from Cookie has been kind of devalued by Fista. And just some smart positioning. Sound barrier invested for both of our squads. Fista's going to throw the Tectonic Shock to try to get Eclissi around this corner. Hybrid is down on the point, and that's the checkpoint picked up. You do still have this 10-second wait. But you've got the close spawns here if you're Eclissi. Should have just kept it on Fistapop. What was I thinking? Wait, you actually saw a ball player playing Wrecking Ball with a steering wheel? That's amazing. That's fun. Woo! What a knife out of Nevs. Here we go. Axe versus sword one more time. It looks like the katana is still as sharp as ever. Cloud finds a two-piece here in the back line. And this is just going to cut the knees out from underneath Eclissi on this push. They're going to sneak out as much meterage, well, Nevs in particular, will get as much meterage as possible. 48 seconds. Honestly, a really nice comeback there from Eclissi. They've put themselves within striking range, but there's less than a minute to go. Downpour doesn't seem to catch anything. I think Little Plume was able to get out away from that one, which I believe was Hybrid's primary target. Incendia is just trying to hold. They are a player down right now. That's a shout out of Nevs. Expect the drop. Yep, there's the drop down. So they try to engage. Fisto with the drill dash will force Hybrid off of that little piece of high ground there and into the small arches on the outside. Hybrid trying to get away, moves up to take advantage of this orbital. Now hanging down in the window, is going to drop back to engage on this point. Not enough to stop the cart. Turns the attention onto Neophrite and looking to regroup. Hybrid suddenly finding themselves surrounded by red jerseys, particularly with Flaticue coming up with that kill. The overclock still in play here, and Hybrid will find the business end of it. Cloud fell. Suddenly, Eclissi are on track to force a map 5. One final team fight, I think, is all it's going to take to determine this map. Maddie throwing up the ace. Thank you. You're the first person to use that. Cookie with an overclock. Neophrite with a sound barrier. Sobek says, let me breathe. Cloud's going to find Neophrite. The rampage thrown in from Nevs. Nevs is able to hit Hybrid with him, but Cronus gets the cleanse. Vista trying to create some space and build up towards the rest of this tectonic shock as Little Plume's orbital ray comes in over the point. The tectonic shock picks up 2. Hybrid is down. Cookie playing it off the top of the yellow bus alongside Sobek. He's going to throw the sound barrier in, hitting them, Cronus and Cloud. Still time here for an Incendia to bring this back. The axe lands on the Sobek. Flaticue trying to return in as Neophrite throws in the sound barrier to the 3 players left standing on this point from Eclissi. They look to hold on to this match. Cloud with the blade dashes through. 2 swipes and Nevs is gone. Eclissi are going to have to use without their tank, without their Juno. They can't get it done. Incendia hang on and can clinch the 3-1 victory.
Play of the game.
There we have it, friends. There we have it. GG's. What an opening match here for Master Division. Some stats there from map 4. Fisticue kept quiet for the first time today. I mean, relatively quiet. We're in quite literally every other map. Well, okay. It was Cookie. It was Cookie there in map 2. Duh. And 2 of the 4 maps, Flaticue had most damage in the lobby, and the other 2 maps, Cookie has most damage in the lobby. What a battle of the Sojas here today. Of our Sojards. Spectacular series. Incendia take a close 2-1 on Nepal. Eclissi hang on with that big defense on Route 66. Then it was all Incendia from there. Incendia with this 3-1. Woohoo! Here for our first official Incendia co-stream. Let's see if we get an interview. All right, yeah, we've actually got... Okay. Let's see, we get... Where? Oh, okay, see, I think I need to... Boom.
Hello.
Sobek, welcome.
Yo.
Thank you for joining me for a little post-match interview.
That's right, no worries.
All right, walk us through this match. Like, it started off looking super close. Flaticue was looking very dangerous. Take us through that match a little bit, and how did y'all adjust to come out so dominant there in the end?
I mean, not gonna lie, I think it's just a lot of luck and stuff. Like we didn't really change up much. First map, I don't know. For me, it felt really good, but then I think we were just struggling overall. Luckily, we managed to win it. And then after that, we just kind of either mirrored them or like played our comfortable comps.
Right. You just kind of were able to stay in your comfort zone.
Yeah.
This squad, there's a lot of experience on this squad, right? I feel like all these names are names that I've seen around since I was doing, trials back in 2020, 2021. Does that make it easy to kind of synergize? Do you have experience playing with any of these players before, or is this a first?
I've played with Cronus and Hybrid on
That's
Munich.
what I was thinking.
Like,
That's right.
Yeah. And then Cookie I played with on like SMC ages ago. But I don't think I've ever played with Cloud. So yeah, I mean, obviously, like when there's established players, like everybody has their own idea of how to play the game and everything, and like I don't know, I feel like with up and comers and stuff, it's a lot easier for like your mental to stay good, because
Really?
like everybody, yeah, I think so. I think that newer players have like a better mental, but still, it's like it's good to play with a team with experience. Because once you do synergize and everything, it's interesting and it's a good way to play the game.
So it can be a little harder to find that synergy because they're so not stuck in their ways, but something like that. But once you do, it's more powerful. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Awesome. I mean, it seems like y'all are getting along great here. I mean, first match of the season. Any fun stuff going on behind the scenes? Anything that helps y'all to kind of synergize? Anything outside of just playing all the damn time?
I mean, not really. We just kind of turn up, scrim. We've been, I don't know, we're pretty much like a one block a day kind of team at the moment. So yeah, I don't know, just turn up, play, and Hybrid tells us what to do along with Cast, and then that's pretty much it.
What are some expectations for the season? I mean, I know it had to be disappointing, no doubt. Not making OWCS, no doubt that had to hurt. But you hit the ground running here at Master Division. Obviously, we have the the ecosystem too. You can get right back in there. I mean, is anything short of that going to be disappointment, or what? I mean, like, what's the general goals for Incendia right now?
I feel like we should aim to win it all. Like, I feel like if we don't, it would be a disappointment. Because, like, with the team and everybody's capability, like, should be good. I think we're in a rocky bit at the moment, just because we're still like trying to synergize, as I was saying.
Sure.
But then as soon as we click, I feel like we should be where we're at.
Who do you think is the scariest team in Master Division right now?
It's either got to be Quick or the Tama one. I don't know what they're called, but they're like Tama Alba one. So one of them two.
Is that the TA squad?
Oh yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, they took the 3 over Thunders today, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, it'll be fun playing them actually though. I'm excited.
Hell yeah. Well, that's all I got for you. I'll let you go celebrate with the squad. I don't want to take up too much of your time, but I do really appreciate you coming and sharing some thoughts with us.
All good, man. Anytime. Thank you.
Thank you, Sobek. Congrats on the dub.
All right. Cheers. See ya.
There we go. Awesome. I love doing interviews. There we go. Sobek main support from Incendia. Rocking on the Lucio all day. That's awesome. That's awesome. All right, friends. I'm going to leave you on that note. I'm going to leave you on that wonderful note. Incendia with a strong start to the season. There you go. And think they can take it all the way. Think they can go all the way. I think once they get it together, they should be unstoppable here in this division. So, awesome interview.